I'm Topper Fabregas. I'm a theater actor, sometimes director, and part of Red Turnip Theater. The most recent show I did was Angels in America. We did Millennium Approaches, and I played the Prior Walter, a role that I have loved for so long, and I think material that I've just loved for so long. And I love all my roles. I love being a part of all these shows. Like there's Ang Huling El Bimbo, which was the first time I got to originate a role, and in such a sort of big, sort of juggernaut sort of musical. So that was also fun. There's stuff like The Normal Heart or The Maids, even Cock, which meant a lot to me, and of course also to our company, Red Turnip Theater. Just a lot. I could go on and on. I grew up in a more musical family. My dad was a businessman, but he sang a lot. So there's a lot of like singing in the house. It's a lot of music. I don't think I ever really kind of grew up and said, "Oh, I wanted to be an actor or a theater actor." It was not something that I think was in my vocabulary growing up at all. So I think when I finally told my parents that I wanted to become a theater actor, they were completely shocked. And a little bit doubtful if that's parang, is that what you really want to do? When I was 15, my friends joined a summer workshop, and I thought, okay, I want to do that. Sounds like fun. I want to join you guys. 2 months of just theater. I had grown up around artists, and I also, my dad would take me to shows, so it was just something I thought, sige, let's try it out for a summer. Where we were having the workshops, this was a Trumpets Play Shop. This was 1997, I think, and they were holding it in Union Church. And in the same space of Union Church, they were holding auditions for The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And I loved the books. I was a bit of a nerd growing up. I loved to read, and I loved the whole the Chronicles of Narnia. So my classmates dared each other, we were daring each other, "Oh, audition nga tayo, let's sign up," and audition lang. So I thought, sige, join them. I auditioned, and then a week later, I got a call back. And I didn't know what a callback was. I had to ask somebody, parang, what's a callback? And everyone was so excited for me, and I went to the callback, and I got cast in the show. And I kind of just fell in love with the theater all of a sudden. I was 15. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just running on instinct. I was not even like your typical theater kid. I didn't like performing in front of people. I wasn't that sort of person. But I just fell in love, I think, with the process. I loved going to rehearsals and just watching everybody come together and try to create something. I loved watching our director at work. That was Jaime Del Mundo. I just loved it. I loved how I just observed him and how he would try to create a scene and help the actors. I loved that sort of buzz of coming together. I loved hanging out after rehearsals. I think I loved it more than performing the show itself. Of course, performing was super high, but what I really, really remember falling in love with was the process, being part of this cast, of this community. And then from then on, that's when I decided I think this is what I really wanted to do. So yeah, I think I enrolled in Benilde. I enrolled in technical theater so that I could kind of get well-rounded. But after 6 months, I auditioned for Repertory Philippines. I think I was 19, and I got cast in a musical. Then I started getting cast in the straight plays, and then I just started getting cast in all these other shows, and I just never went back to school. Also because my dad was like, "Well, you're already doing it, so why am I going to pay for your education? Go get out there, do it, learn." And that's what I did for pretty much the early part. I was just running on instinct a lot. There is a sacredness to theater. It's one of the oldest art forms, or maybe the oldest art form. I could be wrong. I'm not a academe, but we have wanted to tell stories for as long as we can remember, and as long as we tell stories, as long as we keep telling these stories, then we are always reminded of humanity, right? And I feel like the theater is such for me, the most sacred of of art forms. Just for me, that's my personal thing. Also because we always feel like we're swimming upstream. It's never the easy path. It's always going to be challenging, right? We're always trying to get more people into the theater. We're always trying to to tell stories that don't really get to see the light of day. And I love that. I think that's why I keep doing it, because it's this it's the drive behind everything. It's like I we have to keep this art form alive, especially all the more now. Like I said earlier, it's almost like you're swimming upstream. It's never gonna come easy, and I think if it was easy, then I don't think we'd have that much of a drive.